this girl was never supposed to be in this situation.
Police in Florida believe a 16-year-old girl met a horrific end at the hands of convicted felon Steven Gress and his girlfriend, reportedly suffering a week of torture and abuse before she was reportedly killed and dismembered. And the alleged killer's reasoning?
I just wanted my ring back. That's it. Okay?
Yeah, we got our hands on Gress's interview with police, where he allegedly revealed sickening details about the teen mother's last days.
I'm telling her this will be a learning experience for everybody.
I want to take you through this disturbing conversation and look at how this apparent confession could impact the ongoing legal cases. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. February 2025. Police in Florida receive a report of a missing teen mom. We're talking about 16-year-old Miranda Corsette. Now, police soon learn that Miranda's parents were both deceased, that she had been living with her grandmother in Gulfport, and that she had an 11-month-old baby. Apparently wasn't out of the ordinary for Miranda to be away for days at a time, but when her grandmother hadn't seen or heard from her in more than a week, that's when she called the police. And as officers in Gulfport and the surrounding areas began an investigation, this is when a witness reportedly came forward with a tip about what might have happened to Miranda. And it was that tip that led investigators to St. Petersburg and to these two suspects, Steven Gress and Michelle Brandis. So according to a news release, Miranda apparently met Gress through a dating app and apparently spent Valentine's Day with him. She goes home that night, but then the following day reportedly returns. So we're talking February 15th, returns to his duplex. And that is when she was never seen again. Police claim she died sometime between February 20th and February 24th after days of abuse. That's the allegation. And when it came to their prime suspect, Steven Gress, police knew exactly where he was, the jail. He had been arrested for allegedly pointing a harpoon at his girlfriend. So then you go to March 7th, 2025, and detectives brought him from the jail to an interview room to try to figure out what had happened to Miranda. And from the very beginning, Gress kind of seemed eager to tell them everything. Now, I'm going to warn you, okay, before we play this interrogation, I got to warn you. Even though, by the way, he and Brandis are innocent unless proven guilty, and despite the horrific details that he's allegedly relating to the investigators, I got to say, Gress kind of seems incredibly casual about it all. It is very disturbing to witness this.
It's okay. All right. No, hold on. Before you talk, okay, before you say anything, you know, you went to first appearance, and did they appoint an attorney to you?
I don't care about an attorney, man.
Okay.
I really don't care about it.
All right, but listen, but I do, because
your legal work
because it's the law,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
So you're initiating this request to talk to me,
Yes, sir.
even though you have an attorney.
I don't care about it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna read you your rights, okay? Because I never read you your rights when I come in before, because I didn't have any charges on you before when I talked to you, okay? So I'm gonna read the rights to you. We're gonna get through this form before anything else happens, okay? All right, I got questions I gotta go through here. It may seem mundane to you, but they're very important to the attorneys, okay? Are you under the influence of any prescription drugs?
No, sir.
Any alcohol?
No, sir.
Any illegal drugs?
No, sir.
What's the last grade you completed in school?
Got a GED, but I completed 10th.
Okay. Okay. And can you read?
Yes, sir.
Can you write?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear okay?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Anything you say can or will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer or have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand each of these rights that I just explained to you?
Yes, sir.
And having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, I know it's a 180, but this is something that affects everybody. Laundry. Yeah. Your laundry shouldn't smell like something you use to disinfect your bathroom, right? And laundry sauce is the answer. Laundry Sauce's premium scented laundry pods don't just clean your clothes, they elevate them. They come in these incredible scents like Australian sandalwood, Italian bergamot, or the new limited edition Brazilian vanilla. They've also got fabric conditioner and scent booster and dryer sheets and fabric fresher spray. You'll have everything you need to transform your laundry experience from basic to what is essentially extraordinary. Laundry service isn't just about smelling incredible. It is engineered also for performance because these highly concentrated pods are packed with the cleaning power of bioenzymes that obliterate stains from muddy hikes and backyard barbecues, or of course, the inevitable coffee spill. Everybody's got that, right? This Australian sandalwood, I just got to call it again. It's amazing. The pods make laundry so easy. The scent lasts longer than old detergent. And for a limited time only, our listeners, our viewers are going to get 20% off your entire order when you use code SIDEBAR at laundrysauce.com. That's 20% off your entire order at laundrysauce.com with promo code SIDEBAR. And after you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show. Tell them we sent you. It's time to make laundry day the best day of the week. So the detectives make sure that he knows his Miranda rights, but then Gress launches right into it. And he's kind of insistent that his involvement in this whole situation is minimal.
This was never supposed to happen. Never was supposed to happen.
What wasn't supposed to happen?
This girl was never supposed to be in this situation. This girl was never supposed to be in this. So I met her off the Grindr app, which is like a gay hookup site. And I don't know what a 16-year-old girl is doing on an adult hookup site. I guess it's irrelevant. She told me she was 20 at first, and then later came out afterwards that she was 16, which really it didn't mean anything to me. Her age meant nothing. There's one thing that she did to me, and that was just one thing I was trying to resolve. She stole a gold ring of mine. What about overdoses? That must be Michelle's way of trying to cover her part up in something, because there was no overdose in any. There was nothing like that was involved. So I've picked the girl up. The date, I'm not certain. All this is very recently within the last month. And so I picked the girl up for a hookup on the Grindr app. Her name was Randa on there.
You know when about that might have been?
I mean, everything's on the cell phone. If you can pull up cell phone information, like everything you want is on the cell phone. Is
On your cell phone?
On my cell phone, you can find it all. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, hold on a second. So her name was Randa?
Her name was Miranda. But she went by, her profile name was Randa.
R-A-N-D-A.
Right.
Okay. And that's on Grindr.
Right.
Okay. And we'll be able to see this on your phone?
Yes, sir.
What's the passcode for your phone?
It's just a Z. You do a Z.
Okay.
Supposed to draw a pattern.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that phone is no longer here. I spazzed out after what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'll take you through the whole thing of what happened to it.
Okay.
You can just see it.
Let's go. So you met Randa.
Right, on the Grindr app.
Okay. Wait, you don't know what day that was, though?
It was, I want to say it was a Sunday. It was all right, so it's a Sunday that this happened. And then I seen her the 2 days prior to that, I seen her for the first time. I picked her up, we went home, hung out, I dropped her back off, it was fine, nothing, no issues. 2 days passed by, she hits me up, says, do I want to hang out? Okay, cool. I picked her up. This is where the issue starts.
Where'd you pick her up at?
I picked her up not in front of her grandma's house, but I didn't know exactly which house was her grandmother's house. I just knew, like, you know, if you put an address in GPS, it like before you get to the actual spot, it'll like you've arrived to your destination, but you're like another house or two away from it. That's how it's always been.
So where was that at?
In Gulfport.
You know what the address was?
I don't remember what the address was. I know it was off of 58th Street. In Gulfport, there's a school there.
Yeah.
There's a school in the area.
Big high school?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of school it is. It's just a school.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I picked her up from there. I'm sure you can see my car coming to a stop somewhere near her house. And whenever she came to my car, it was always at an angle, so I know I didn't stop right in front of the grandmother's house, but I stopped in front of in the area for her to pick up. So I picked her up. We went back home. We're chilling. I bought her some food. She's a real picky eater, I guess, so I bought her a smoothie from Wawa. And my ring, which is in property right now, was given back to me by Michelle. This Michelle, do you know where Michelle is? you need to pick Michelle. After that, you pick Michelle up.
Okay.
The Michelle that Gress is referring to is likely his girlfriend, domestic partner, now co-defendant Michelle Brandis. She would be arrested the day after this interview. That's according to a police news release. Reportedly, she turns herself in. By the way, Gress also mentions another woman in this, Pam. This is his apparent roommate on their side of the duplex. So when you hear that name, you have a better idea about who we're talking about. And Gress seems to claim that everything was going great until he lost his ring. And apparently he became convinced that it was Miranda who had taken it.
So my ring comes up missing. And
On the same day you picked her
on the
up.
same day I picked her up, it was just us two in the room. Pam was in the other room. Pam's got her own room in there. And
Us two who? You and Miranda?
me and Miranda. We're the only two in the room.
Which room?
The living room, which I made my bedroom of that house.
The downstairs apartment?
Yes.
At 27?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait, 27,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So in the process of me ordering food for her, my ring comes up missing. It was a little bit too big for my pinky, so it could slide off if whatever, it could just slide off. And I remember when I went to get off the bed, I supported my weight on the bed to go get the doors for the food, and that's when my ring slid off. My ring slid off on the bed.
Right.
So as I'm eating my food, I'm realizing my ring's not on my finger. So I'm like, I search the whole immediate area. My ring's not there. Miranda stole my ring. Miranda stole my ring. So I'm telling her, man, like, look, there's nobody else here. I know, it's nice. It's a nice ring. You might want it, but it's not yours. Just give it back. Everything was bravado at this point in time. It's like I'm telling her, and I'm hoping that I'm able to just scare her into giving me my ring back. So I call up Michelle to see if Michelle will help me get the ring back from her. Like they have a female to female connection or something, that anything I could use to try to get her to give me my ring back. So all this on text messages as well. So I text Michelle on Facebook Messenger. I'm like, hey man, this girl over here stole my ring. Will you please help me get my ring back? So she agrees and comes over. She comes over there and stuff. And the first thing she does when she gets there was looks for my ring in the house. And I'm cool with that because I just want my ring back. So the sooner I get my ring back, the sooner this can just be done. So she finds my ring, and she doesn't tell me she finds my ring. And how I know that is because she gave me my ring back after all this is said and done. And Pam was there when she found my ring in my car. My ring was never in my car. It never was in my car. She never went outside to put it in my car. Michelle found my ring that she stole.
That's right. Seemingly, according to Gress, after this entire unhinged scenario played out, the alleged beating, the killing, the dismemberment, he realized that Brandis had his ring the whole time, which is unthinkable. It is unthinkable. If that's true, it would essentially mean, if these allegations are true, that Brandis witnessed and took part in all of this, even though she could have stopped it from happening. That's the allegation. And then you go back to the interrogation. Gress explains to the detectives why this ring is so important to him.
Like, pleading with her, telling her, man, like, this stuff is important to me. I just got out of prison for doing 13 years. I've just started having my own stuff for myself. This stuff means something to me, man. I just started having my own. It means something to me. I was not willing to take a loss on my ring when she stole it, and you can give it back to me. And I'm telling her, like, please, let's use this as a learning experience. Let's
Did you pat her down?
This. Yes.
So she's wearing clothes, you patted her down, you couldn't find the ring?
I even bought a metal detector.
Well, where do you think she was hiding it?
I thought she either swallowed it or put it up inside of her, or she had it hidden somewhere else.
Okay.
I knew she had it, and she was disrespecting me and mocking me the whole time. Miranda is, to me.
Miranda is.
Yeah, like, I couldn't fathom, why would you steal somebody?
What was she doing to mock you?
She just like this. She said she got it from her grandma. And she said she'll be like, I'll be like, man, please give me my ring, please, man, please. She'll be like, she'll just do like this to me, like this. She'll like this. She'll like this.
Wait, you mean like she might have been shaking in fear?
No.
Because that's what you look like when you do that.
Right. But
when I think of a 16-year-old girl shaking like
it's
that,
not,
that's fear.
Michelle would be whispering to her, and I'd be like, why are you guys whispering? What are you trying to hide from me? Why would you possibly be whispering amongst yourselves to not want to be heard by me? There's something that they had going on. And Michelle also has the girl's iPhone. The girl had an iPhone. And I told Michelle, I said, hey man, go hide this underneath a trash can at a gas station somewhere, just so it doesn't, in case somebody came looking for her, it wouldn't lead her to my house. And it would prevent me from getting my ring back. That's my fault, is my greed for my ring, okay? Another important information is I'd seen Miranda on Valentine's Day. It will be able to give you a date. The first time I seen Miranda was on Valentine's Day. Michelle was upset that I chose Miranda over her on Valentine's Day. So I think that's where her motive came from. Her spite for Miranda came from this. And so they're having secret conversations. I don't know what they're saying. She took her ring. She said she threw it in a gutter. She said she threw it in a gutter down the street. I asked her afterwards if she would be able to take us to the gutter. Michelle, I believe that she did not throw it in the gutter though. I believe that she kept her iPhone because Michelle has a long history of stealing.
Okay.
She's not able.
We're getting.
All right.
We're kind of running out of rabbit trail.
Okay.
So let's talk about Miranda. And you thought that she was mocking you by shaking.
It wasn't just shaking that she would be doing. She would also be saying stuff to me.
Like what?
Like she would be saying, she never seen it. And then she said, oh, I know it's outside for a fact, it's over here outside. And then she'd say that she hadn't seen it again. And then she'd say, oh wait, I remember it's in the kitchen over here. And then she'd say it was in the bathroom over there. And then she told me it was behind the mirror over here. She led me through this, I don't know why somebody in this position would disrespect.
So how else did you search her?
I searched with a metal detector. I'm telling you the truth, my man. I'm telling you the truth.
All right.
I was dedicated to get my ring back. I called the St. Pete Police Department and I said, hey man, this girl has my ring, man. She stole my ring, man. Can you guys please come assist me to get my ring back? They told me that I was in no position. I was not legally allowed to search her, and the police was not gonna come over there and search her, and all I could do was file a police report. So she was-
Wait. A police officer came to your house and told you that?
I called the police department, and that's what the operator dispatch told me.
When did you call the police?
A day or 2 or 3 after I already had her. I called the St. Pete Police Department.
Yeah.
So somebody told
And a dispatcher told you?
They told me. I told her that my metal detector is going off in her private area, and that I think the girl had my ring up her privates, and could somebody please come out here to help retrieve my ring, is what I told them. And the lady told me that I had no legal right to search her.
You don't.
I'm just be honest.
But I mean, I'm surprised that we would tell you something like that without, that's just, okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
And Gress also claims that Miranda, the 16-year-old seemingly trapped in this nightmare scenario, if these allegations are true, was taunting him.
She was scared of Michelle. I don't know, dude. She's scared of me too. She's scared of me.
How can she not be scared of you?
Right.
She's 90 pounds. What do you weigh?
But she's still talking to me.
Was she really?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure you weren't just imagining that?
No,
because
sir.
What was she saying to talk you?
She's telling me that she doesn't care. I said, I had rent coming up. I had 1 week left to get my rent up. She said she doesn't care. I said, you don't care if I'm gonna be going on the streets? Like, you don't care about my house, everything that I have going for me? You don't care that this is gonna be lost because I'm over here focusing on you, trying to get my ring back?
Yeah.
And she was telling me no, she doesn't care. And then she'd do like this to me. She'd do like this. It's not a shake, it's a taunt. She would taunt me like this.
I don't know what that is.
She said she got it from her grandma.
It doesn't taunt me. I don't understand that.
Because she's not giving me my ring back, it's a taunt. You know what I'm saying?
So you think that this 16-year-old girl who 16 is taunting you? I just don't get it. But okay, well, let's keep going ahead. So then Michelle
already over there.
Okay.
Michelle was already over there for the whole time. I called Michelle immediately.
Okay.
So Michelle was been over there.
Where was Pam?
In her room. Pam's aware of what's going on too. Pam, if anything, Pam's guilty because Pam could have reported this before it got to this point. This was been going on. Pam's a sweetheart. Pam does not deserve to be in any trouble for this. She doesn't. It's unfortunate for Pam.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm going to say this again. Gress seems to be remarkably calm as he explains to the investigators that, yes, he allegedly beat and assaulted Miranda multiple times, but he also helped tend to her wounds.
Any injury that I cause her, I'm going to CVS and I'm buying her medication for it.
What kind of medication?
Whatever. She needs some sore throat medication, some...
Why would she have a sore throat?
Why would?
Did you stick something down her throat?
No.
Why would she need sore throat medication then from whatever injuries you...
Man, I just told you some foul. Like, I'm being 100 with you, man.
I'm not trying to deflect blame on anybody else. I'm not trying to pin anything on anybody else. I own up to what I did. I'm owning up to what I did. I'm not trying to defend or deflect on anybody else, man.
All right.
Michelle has more of this than I do. I'm not letting anything bad enough happen to the girl that I can't just let her go home after a couple of days healing up. I just wanted my ring back, dude. I just wanted my ring back. That's it. Okay? Michelle's got some other shit going on. Nothing's happened to the girl to where she can't heal up in a couple of days and go home. That's on me. I'm making sure of it. You know what I'm saying? But the girl she said she had some kind of a disease where she bruised really easy. And she was really thin, she was delicate. So with that in mind, like, I'm making sure I don't do anything to the girl that's gonna make sure that she can't give me my shit back and she can't just go home in a couple days after healing up. That was my goal, was to do whatever until she gave me my shit back, let her heal up, go home. I'm telling her this will be a learning experience for everybody. You shouldn't be going inside of people's house you don't know, stealing their shit. That's my whole thing that was my whole thing. Michelle, it was more her spite for not taking her out for Valentine's Day. As petty as it sounds, man. That's what I bring from it. So Michelle had my ring the whole time. She said she found it in my car after the fact.
So there are parts of this interrogation that were muted by authorities before they sent it to us. This is likely to protect certain aspects of their investigation. Very common. We see this many times. But while Gress explains what, quote, after the fact means, the audio drops out. But here's what an affidavit filed against Gress says, and I think this might be the connective tissue here. Quote, the defendant and co-defendant held the victim against her will for over 7 days and tortured her by repeatedly beating the victim and eventually stuffing a billiard ball into her mouth and wrapping her face with plastic wrap, causing her to suffocate.
Giving her CPR, blowing her nose, blowing her mouth, holding her nose, giving her behind, like all this. Like, I'm doing everything I possibly can. This girl was not supposed to die, man. She was not supposed to die.
But she did.
She did. I can't possibly move forward without my ring. Like, I just could not take an L on my ring like that. I just couldn't.
So according to what Gress allegedly told the detectives, both his mom and Brandis's mom knew about Miranda and that she was dead. He says he, Brandis, and Pam went to stay at Brandis's mother's house for several days after Miranda died. He claimed she was out of town in Puerto Rico at the time, so they had the house to themselves. However, according to a warrant, Pam would apparently later state that Brandis's mother was home, along with a home health aide. Again, let me just be clear about something. We don't know if this is true. This is coming from Gress that these two women knew about this, okay? Just want to make that clear. But that home in Largo is reportedly where Gress, according to authorities, cut up Miranda's body with a saw. 16 years old. The affidavit against him reads, quote, the defendant and co-defendant then dismembered the body of the victim and discarded the victim in a dumpster in Ruskin, Florida. By the way, Miranda's remains have never been found. Now, while one of the detectives leaves the room to check some details about the shed where Gress allegedly said he found the saw, the other investigator steers the interview in this new, unexpected direction.
Is it true you used to take animals to the Skyway?
Yes.
What'd you do with them?
I would kill them.
Do you feel a need to kill them?
No.
Why did you do it then?
I was stressed out.
Does killing them give you stress relief?
Stressed out. Pam and Michelle repeatedly they would be short arm around. They would threaten where I slept at. They just would constantly bicker and about nothing to me all the time. Like, I was the enemy to them.
So you would kill an animal?
I would kill an animal so I would not. It helped me to relieve my stress and my anger so I would not hurt them.
Where would you get the animals from?
Craigslist. People give away animals on Craigslist.
Any kind of animal?
Pretty much. Anything from like a guinea pig, a rabbit, dog, cat.
And what do? You throw them off the Skyway when you're done with them?
The Skyway is another one of Michelle's things. I wouldn't take them to the Skyway. I would take them to the Skyway. I would say if you go to my house and do a what's the agent that they use to uncover blood, traces of blood?
Yeah.
If you put that in my house, the entire house might glow.
Because you put that many animals in there?
Yes, sir.
And then what do you do with the carcasses?
Throw them in the dumpster. So the Skyway thing is another one of Michelle's.
Has killing animals like that been something you've always done, or
No,
what is it?
it just recently started. From living with Pam. Pam's
How many animals do you think you've killed?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say, man. A lot.
Yeah.
I see. It seems like I'm a bad guy right now, man. Like, it seems like I'm a bad guy.
I'm not.
I'm not a bad guy like that. Like, I've just been pushed.
It's not for me to judge.
I understand.
You, okay.
I understand.
But I'm trying to understand your mind a little bit.
Yeah. So my mind is this: I did 11 years in prison at a young age.
Yeah.
I got out, and I was faced with many adversities, and I like things would just keep happening to me. Like small things keep happening to me. Things keep happening. I could never catch a break without something sticking me in my ribcage, and my frustration and my anger would always be at a point where I'm always frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always frustrated.
Yeah.
And now this is what living with Pam, and Pam never having rent, Pam always complaining. It just living with that had me festering. It had me festering. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always on edge.
It kind of makes you wonder, right, about Gress's mental fitness, his mental state. We know that hurting animals is a major red flag for things like psychopathy. We've seen it in other cases before. And in fact, last year, a judge had ordered Gress to undergo a mental competency evaluation to make sure that he understood the charges against him, and that he was able to assist in his own defense. He was found competent in November. And in fact, in another court filing, this was interesting, the defense had filed a motion requesting that any mention of animal cruelty be excluded from the trial and the penalty phase, because the argument would be that it's arguably too prejudicial for the jury to hear. The judge hasn't returned an answer yet, according to the docket, but we're going to continue to follow the case and see where it goes on that. Now, the detectives bring the questioning back around to Miranda's supposed murder, right? And they have a question for Gress. Why did he allegedly send photos of what he'd done to other people?
What was the purpose of that? I'm just
The
curious.
purpose was to get sympathy for me. So I was trying to get them to buy me another ring, and then everything would just be good. I just wanted a ring. I didn't want to take a loss on the ring.
Your whole thing was, I want my ring back,
That's
no
it.
matter what it was.
Not no matter what, but I was going to go through and at least make an effort to try to get my ring back.
And why was that so sentimental to you?
Because I never had my whole life. I never had anything. I went to prison when I was 16 years old, and I got out when I was 27. So like I'm just starting to learn to live my life and have things of my own. And I don't think it's right for somebody to be able to come into your house and steal from you and be able to walk out of there with your.
Sort of like you went to prison for.
That was for burglaries, armed burglaries and stuff like that.
Going into somebody's house and taking.
That's another thing that I told her too. I'm like,
Well, that's what I'm told them.
I didn't kill her.
Okay, well,
I didn't.
you did. So you contributed to a person's death for doing what you got caught doing when you were 16.
She was never supposed to die. Ever.
Oh,
Ever.
dude,
She never was supposed to pass, man. She wasn't even supposed to come close to it. If anything, like I was telling the whole time, man, like there's nothing that she can't heal up from after a couple days and go home was my intention. And the whole other time I'm trying to get other people to just replace it for me so I can just be done with it. That was my intention for sending them the pictures. My mom.
So you wanted a family member of yours and or a friend to see what you were doing to this girl so that they could buy you the ring.
And then we could end
And
it.
that as long as you had your ring, you would have let her
Yes,
go.
sir.
So that was like a cry out for you
Yes,
to
sir.
stop
Yes, sir.
hurting this woman.
Yes, sir.
That was your way of
I'm trying every avenue I possibly can try to resolve it. Everybody's good. If she's willing to go through this length to get to keep my ring, then she went through that length to keep my ring, and as long as I got another one back, then cool.
You just wanted your ring.
Yeah, man. I fully accept what's to come for this. Okay? I just want to see everybody else that was involved get theirs as well. I mean, this girl was never supposed to die, man. Ever. She was never supposed to die. Ever.
stick it for a minute, please.
You understand?
No. Bring glasses.
Yep.
Be right back.
So left alone, Gress puts his head down on the table. But investigators are back a couple minutes later to collect a buccal swab. But he wants to make sure the police are going after the real bad guy in all this, right? The person he claims is responsible for all this, Brandis.
I just don't know what she's gonna tell you guys, man. Like, prove she's a liar, yeah, man. She's got me on a aggravated assault charge right now, and the camera can prove that
That didn't occur.
I never tried to put her into a car or anything that she said. So that will at least help to prove that she's a liar. You know what I'm saying? So whatever she's trying to say.
As I mentioned, Brandis was arrested March 8th, the day after this interview, this interrogation, after she turned herself in. Both Brandis and Gress, they're charged with first-degree murder. Gress faces an additional charge of kidnapping. And despite what he told investigators, Gress entered a not guilty plea, as did Brandis. Again, despite what you just heard, despite these horrific allegations, they are both innocent unless proven guilty. Just got to keep that in mind. But the stakes couldn't be higher because prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for both of them. Both remain locked up in the Pinellas County Jail. Gress is due back in court in July. Brandis is scheduled for her next hearing in August. We've been on top of this case. We will continue to be on top of this case. That's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you should get your podcasts. You can also check us out on NBC's Peacock as well if you want to follow me, X, Instagram, my News Nation show, Jesse Weber Live, Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern. See you next time, everybody.